Hello, Sagittarius. This is Citrina, and this is your July 2018 astrology forecast. So let's see what's going on this month, Sagittarius. Well, Mercury will be retrograde this month on July 26th, and it will be retrograde until August 18th. So remember, Mercury rules communication, technology. It also rules travel. And we all know Sagittarius like to travel, right? So if you have any trips planned during this time, you're fine. That's still, you can still travel. However, if you're trying to book any travel during this time, I highly suggest you wait until after Mercury is out of the retrograde period. Okay? Oh, it's also not a good time to sign any contracts while Mercury is retrograde. So try to wait until after it goes direct to sign any contracts, to buy any electronics, and to book any travel. And Mercury will be in Leo all month in your 9th house, which deals with long distance travel. It deals with higher education, dealing with people of other cultures or from other cultures also. Let's see what's going on with Venus, because Venus is going to be in Leo in your 9th house until the 10th. And then it moves into Virgo, which is in your 10th house. And the 10th house deals with your career. It deals with what you're known for in the world. Now, Venus in Virgo is more of an analytical energy. It's more of an observant energy. So let's compare Venus in Leo to Venus in Virgo. When Venus is in Leo, that is an energy of extravagance. You want to splurge. You want to paint the town. You want to dress up to the nines and go out on the town. When Venus is in Virgo, that is more of a frugal energy. So just keep that in mind, especially if you're dating right now. Also, if you are dating a Sagittarius, by Venus being in Virgo in their 10th house, they're going to be looking and observing you to see how are you in the area, or how is your life as far as your career. Do you like your job? Are you good at your job? Do you plan on staying on your job for a while? Or if you have a business, they'll be looking at how successful is your business. How long do you plan on, working in this field? Things of that nature when when Venus is in Virgo. So keep that in mind if you are dating a Sagittarius. And then if you are the Sagittarius who is dating, when Venus is in Virgo in your 10th house of career, those are the features that you're going to be looking at when you are dating or when you are in a relationship. You're going to be looking at, is this person stable on their job? Things of that nature. So just keep that in mind. And just know that Venus in Leo is a very different energy from Venus in Virgo. So let's keep going. Let's look at, this is just a reminder about Mars, because Mars went retrograde last month and is going to be retrograde until August 26th. So remember, when Mars is retrograde, it really doesn't feel like doing anything. Now for you, Mars is in your 3rd house. That's dealing with short distance travel, dealing with communication. It's dealing with siblings and neighbors. So you're really not feeling like doing, you really don't feel like doing much of anything around those areas. So just keep that in mind. Maybe your sibling contacts you to go out or to do something, to have a family get together. Not even a family get together, but let's just say your neighbor contacts you and wants you to come over and hang out. You really won't feel like doing that until after August 26th. Now let's look at Jupiter, because Jupiter has been retrograde and it is going direct on July 10th. For you, it's going to be in your 12th house. Now the 12th house deals with places of isolation, such as hospitals and jails, and it also deals with subconscious topics. So if you've been thinking about joining a church, or if you've been thinking about studying astrology, or if you've been thinking about doing tarot, anything dealing with the subconscious mind, maybe you've been thinking about starting to meditate. Well, when Jupiter goes direct, you'll see motion in that area. You might just find yourself in a meetup group doing meditation, something like that. So you will see action in that area. Let's look at the sun. The sun is going to be in Cancer until July 22nd. And then on the 22nd, it moves into Leo. So as of the 22nd, it's going to be Leo season. So we can start telling our Leo friends happy birthday. And I do want to talk to you about a major aspect that's happening. On July 25th, the sun will square Uranus. So you can expect to hear about some unexpected, you can expect to hear some news that is going to be very unexpected during that time, okay? Now for you, the sun is in your 9th house dealing with long distance travel, and Uranus is in your 6th house dealing with your daily work routine, your health, and your vitality. So for you, you might have a surprise such as your job, which is your daily work routine. You might hear something like your job wants you to work overseas for a few months, or maybe they want you to move overseas to keep your job, something like that. Whatever it is, it will be unexpected news, and it will be surrounding long distance travel, or higher education, or dealing with people of other cultures, from other cultures, in relation to your daily work life, and or your health and your vitality. So expect to hear some unexpected news around the 25th of the month. Now let's look at the new moon this month, because the new moon is going to be a partial solar eclipse, which is a major event. So a solar eclipse is when the moon is between the sun and the earth. Now, most of us will feel this energy. The energy of this is one of transformation. It's an energy of like action, taking action, okay? It will be, Pluto will be opposing this solar eclipse. So you might hear about some type of crisis or drama around that time. It could be some type of world crisis, or it could be local crisis. It looks like it won't really be directed to you too much, and if it is, it looks like you will be able to avert that drama or that crisis. Now, most of us will feel this energy, but if you are a Libra, Aries, Capricorn, or Cancer, you will feel this energy the most. Okay, so just be prepared for that. And this energy can affect us for the next 6 months. And it is sort of a preview of what to expect next year. So just keep that in mind. Now what I'm going to do is pull one card to see what you need to concentrate on at this new moon in Cancer. So for you, the new moon in Cancer is going to be in your 8th house dealing with transformation. It deals with transformation. It deals with other people's money. It deals with shared resources. And it can also deal with sex. So let's see. So if you need to concentrate on anything, you can concentrate on those topics I just mentioned. Transformation, other people's resources, things of that nature. But let's see what the cards say you should concentrate on. What does Sagittarius need to concentrate on? Oh, this one wants to come out. You have the Magician card. It says awareness card in this oracle deck, but in the traditional tarot deck, this is the Magician card. So you need to try to work your magic at this new moon in Cancer. And okay, let's see, where does it fall for you? The new moon in Cancer is falling in your 8th house. So If you've been trying to get a loan, which is, that's other people's money. So if you've been trying to get a loan, you need to fill out all the forms you need to fill in, turn in all the paperwork they want you to turn in, things of that nature. If you're trying to be intimate with someone, work your magic, okay? Whether, magic for you is your charm, putting on your charm, whatever you have to do, work your magic, which can be taking them out on a fancy dinner, romancing them, whatever you have to do, work your magic. When I mention magic, I'm not talking all the time about hocus pocus. To me, magic is a state of mind, Once you can see it, you can make it happen. When I'm talking about magic, that's what I'm talking about. I do believe in magic. I believe your mind is like the most powerful magic tool there is, because without your thought, it will never happen. So anyway, work your magic, Sagittarius, at this new moon. Okay, let's keep moving on, because we still have to talk about the full moon, which is a total lunar eclipse. Now, a lunar eclipse is when the earth is between the sun and the moon. Now, most of us will feel this energy. Remember, a full moon is a very emotional time. And being that it's a total lunar eclipse, it's like a full moon on steroids, okay? So, most of us will feel this energy, this emotional energy. However, Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius, and Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius will feel this energy the most. It will be an emotionally charged time. Secrets will come out during this time. Things in your life that you need to release will be eclipsed out of your life. Okay, and just remember, remain calm during this time. Whatever is going on, you have the foreknowledge that something could possibly happen. Okay, so just remain calm around this time. So that's pretty much everything I want to talk to you about. Now, also, I have grouped the different events, basically. So the first group, I'm calling this group the Take Action group. And that is Jupiter going direct on July 10th in your 12th house. And then you have the new moon going direct in Cancer in your 8th house. And this partial solar eclipse is all about transformation. It's all about taking action. And then you have Jupiter. Wherever Jupiter is, it wants to expand wherever it is, okay? So Jupiter is in your 12th house. Jupiter wants to expand your subconscious mind. It wants to expand your subconscious mind. It wants to expand your knowledge around esoteric topics, things of that nature. So that's the Take Action group. To me, in my opinion, Jupiter coupled with Cancer within a few days of each other, going into, just having some movement within a few days of each other, to me, they're helping each other out. Okay. So you will see movement in the area of other people's money, shared resources, sex, in the subconscious topics. So you will see movement in that area because Jupiter has been direct thinking about those topics, the topics of the subconscious and places of isolation. Now, also the second group, I'm calling the second group the emotional group, okay? So we have the Sun going into Leo on July 22nd. That can be all about drama. We know Leos can be dramatic. I'm a Leo myself. Now, we have Sun square Uranus. That's unexpected news. That's on July 25th. We have Mercury retrograde in Leo on July 26th. That is just things possibly going haywire around that time. And then we have the full moon, which is a total lunar eclipse in Aquarius on July 27th. That's an emotional bag of energy just waiting to burst. And then to top it off, we have Mars in Aquarius with this total lunar eclipse. Okay, that's just adding fuel to the fire. Okay, because remember, even though Mars is retrograde, Mars is still Mars. And the story that I've been telling this month is the story of the vicious dog. So I'm basically comparing Mars to a vicious dog this month. Now I like animals. I'm not, an abuser of animals, so I don't want PETA contacting me. And, the Animal Society contacting me. So anyway, I don't know if you've ever had a vicious dog in your neighborhood where every time you're passing by the gate, the dog is just barking and growling and trying to jump at you. And so one day you're walking past the gate and the dog is calm. So it makes you feel like you can just reach your hand out and pet the dog. And the minute you reach out to pet the dog, he bites you. Why? Because even though he's not barking, he's still a vicious dog. That's what I think about when I think about Mars retrograde. Because even though Mars is retrograde, Mars is still Mars. Okay? Remember, Mars can bring out anger in people. So around this time, between July 22nd through July 27th, you can expect to see people lashing out at one another. You can expect to see emotional outbursts, things of that nature. So you just remain calm because you know what's going on. There's a lot of emotional energy going on with the planets around that time. I'll just recap. Sun goes into Leo July 22nd, drama. Sun square Uranus July 25th, unexpected news. Mercury retrograde in Leo July 26th, possible haywire, things going haywire. Full moon in Aquarius July 27th, emotional bag of energy waiting to happen, coupled with Mars in Aquarius, anger bubbling up. So hopefully everyone has a great time, towards the end of the month. Hopefully no emotional outbursts will happen. Hopefully no lashing out will happen, but just know that it is possible. Okay, so now one thing that's helping us get through this emotional period is the fact that Uranus and Saturn are in a good connection to one another. They're both in earth signs, and earth signs tend to help us stay grounded. And then also at the end of the month, by the end of the month, Venus is going to be in a good connection to Pluto, and they are both in earth signs. So that's another thing that's helping us to stay grounded. So just keep everything that we've talked about today, keep that in mind when you are navigating July 2018. You know what's possible. So if something happens, you can say, oh yeah, Citrina did say that this could be possible. So when you're walking around and you're wondering like, why is everybody in a bad mood or things like that, you'll know it's nothing personal. It's something going on in the planets, okay? Now, if you have enjoyed this video, like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate it. And until next month, Sagittarius, have a great month.